What's up, everybody? It's Sashi Joshi back with another YouTube video. Today we're going from the one spot. So we have this and the fifth spot left, I believe. So we're gonna knock this out. A lot of people like the one spot. You obviously get the top person in the draft. Me, I'm not a big fan of the one spot, but like always, I'm gonna show you guys the best way to go about it if you do get the one spot in your fantasy draft. So we're definitely going Jamar Chase. I think that he is just the best fantasy player. Just, I mean, as far as points go, it's just crazy. Um, and with how pass heavy the Bengals are, I just don't see this slowing down anytime soon. Um, so I do think he's the overall number one in fantasy. So I'm going Jamar Chase at 1-1. And this is what I hate about drafting one. So I picked Jamar Chase. I don't pick again until the 20th pick of the draft because you lose out on so much talent in here, and you're essentially losing the whole rest of the first and second round. Which I mean, we got Jamar, so obviously the first we cashed in, and the first round is a W. Um, then you have two picks in a row. So you know, it depends on how you look at it, I guess. We're grabbing two players in a row here, which I really like. But you do lose out on a lot of probably guys that you wanted to target in the second. I see a few running backs here I really like, and then a few wide receivers as well. I do see Brock Bowers as well, which definitely has me interested. Um, might have to take him. Getting a QB upgrade in Geno. Geno's not like a superstar or anything, but he's a serviceable quarterback compared to what he was playing with last year. I think Brock Bowers is going to have another fantastic year. So I probably will go running back and then Brock Bowers. Um, I love Jonathan Taylor. I love Kieran Williams. I love Alvin Kamara. I love James Cook. I love Bucky Irving. Um, this is a tough one. This is a tough one to be honest. I think Bucky has all the potential and upside to, be that guy, especially with the pass work he gets. And I've talked about how much I love that Buccaneers offense. Jonathan Taylor has a fantastic O line, and I did see somewhere that he has a very easy run defense schedule. Um, Interesting just to see where the Colts go, and then Kieran Williams I love too. I think I am gonna go Bucky here. I just love the upside of Bucky Irving. I loved the player he was last year. I think his role is only going to grow. Rachaad White's probably going to get just completely phased out of that offense. I would think with a guy like Bucky Irving back there. And then Brock Bowers. I talked about. I mean, the situation just got better for him, right? He has a run game now, and Genty. They bring in Geno Smith, Pete Carroll. Um, you know, I think that he's gonna probably finish tight end one again, and I would assume so. But having a tight end that, can outscore the opposing tight end every week is such an advantage. And Brock Bowers is essentially going to do that. There may be some one offs, but I feel pretty confident stacking up Brock Bowers against anyone in the NFL really right now. So I like him in the third. That is a little early, but I do think he's going to be a fantastic weapon there. Um, so up next, we do need a wide receiver and we do need a running back still. So I'll probably go. Wow, I do really like Joe Burrow here too. Um, we'll see, we'll see. I like Kenneth Walker. I like Joe Hubbard. RJ Harvey. And Travion Henderson is shooting up people's draft boards right now. And I will say I do like him a lot. I actually do think that there's a good amount of value here for us to take two picks here. So let's see. Mike Evans, wide receiver 13 last year. Um, I might, gosh, this is crazy, but I might double up on running back and just get a couple solid guys, put one in the flex. So I think I don't know if I want to go with. He was pretty banged up last year, right? Do I want to go Kenneth Walker or do I want to go? I think I'm gonna go Chuba Hubbard out of all these guys. Go Chuba there. That's my RB2. And then do I drink the Kool-Aid and go Travion Henderson? I do really like him. I think his upside is gonna be crazy. Um, Kenneth Walker. I can I mean, I probably should draft Kenneth Walker. Uh, it's just if he stays healthy. Good receiving work too. Yeah, let's go Kenneth Walker. It's a smart pick. Henderson is obviously a great pick here too. But because he's a rookie and we don't know how good the Patriots offense is gonna be, I'll take Kenneth Walker over Henderson maybe. Maybe when the season's over, I'll look back on this video and go, what the hell was I thinking? But for now, I think it's fine. And then I'll probably go. Oh yeah, I did want to think about Burrow there too, but I would honestly be okay with Burrow there instead of Kenneth. But yeah, let me redo that. Sorry. So with this situation, I would probably take Joe Burrow in the fifth round if I have Joe Burrow available to me in the fifth. Um, Especially when I got Jamar Chase in the first. I'm gonna take him in the fifth. Sorry, I just completely blanked on Burrow for some reason, but this would be my pick at 5-1, or even 4-10. You know, if you get one of those two, and then Burrow's still there because he's not going to be there on the in the sixth on the way back. Um, so here, I really like R.J. Harvey a lot. Um, DeAndre Swift and a Ben Johnson run heavy offense isn't a bad pick. Caleb Johnson I like out of Pittsburgh. B Rob obviously not. I guess it's just a question mark, right? It ends up where he goes. Looks like he's getting traded at the point of making this video, but um, we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm gonna go with DeAndre Swift. Just getting a guy. Ben Johnson likes to run. He likes his pass catching running backs as well, which Swift can catch a little bit. So I think he's gonna plug in to that offense pretty well. And then we can grab another wide receiver because I obviously need one still. There's a few I like here. Rashee Rice. Um, it really depends. I am a little hesitant on him still, just because we don't really know what happens. And you can see right here, the NFL originally proposed an 8-game suspension, so I think he's playing the first 6 games, and then they're gonna have a hearing. I mean, he could miss 8 games, in the middle of the season, which it's pretty brutal. So I'm gonna go a different route in the seventh. I'm gonna go with I do like Tet McMillan a lot. I'm gonna call him Tet because I can't pronounce his first name. I do have Chuba Hubbard, but I do think that he's gonna be the guy that Bryce Young's gonna throw to. I also like Worthy a lot. Um, so I think that I would grab these two. Pickens would be a close third for me. And then Rashee Rice, we'll see what happens if it clears up a little before the season starts. But he's just kind of a risk versus these guys. I know, Xavier Worthy's going to benefit from Rashee Rice leaving. I'm going to pick him. And then I got Tate falling to me here, which is kind of crazy. But I'm going to take him. Um, and then I honestly could take Pickens too if I wanted. Let's see who's our running back. Um, Jordan Mason's kind of interesting out of Minnesota. He ran really well. 5.2 yards per carry. He ran really well last year. That was, obviously in the 49ers system, but I do think he's a good running back. And I know Aaron Jones is there too, but you never know. Sorry, I'm yawning again. I'm gonna pass on running back here because There's a couple guys I like really well down here, and I'll make a video about my late round, diamonds here soon. I probably should do it soon. And there's a few that Jaden Blue's one of them. I'm seeing going, really late compared to where I think they should be going. And then we have, let's see, where is he? Might be pretty far down here, but and then once we do 12 team mock drafts as well, we'll be able to. Here he is, a little home cooking. This guy's rising up the draft boards, but right now he's going really late. So those are a couple guys I like really late, but we'll make a video on that, here soon. I want to try to keep doing daily posts so I could get all these mock drafts knocked out. I want to do 12 team before the season starts, so and just get those out as soon as I can. Probably put everything else on the back burner for now. Just do like a mock draft a day. But back to the video. Sorry, I was rambling. I think Pickens is a really good choice here to lock down 4 receivers. I'm gonna take him, and then I do think that we're gonna have to go running back here. Like I said, I was gonna wait a little. You could do a Jaden Blue here. I'm not really too excited. Braylon Allen may get some more work this year, but I'm not really too excited about any of these guys. Besides, Garendo's not a bad handicap for McCaffrey. If he goes down, I could do Dowdle as a handicap to my Chuba Hubbard. It's not a bad pick. Nick Chubb's going to handle the work until Mixon comes back. But, then what is his work load going to be like, then? We don't know. Yeah, I'll go Jaden Blue here. And then get my other running back flyer there, 11. Boom. And then, Tyler Warren. So that's another guy I like really late, tight end. But that's cool. 4 wide receivers, 5 running backs, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. Let's just go. Kyle Pitts flyer. And then kicker defense. So we'll go Broncos, and then Chase McLaughlin. All right, that's how you do the 1-1 pick right there. That was awesome. Okay, so Joe Burrow got that tandem with Jamar Chase. Really like that. Bucky Irving and Chuba Hubbard, very solid running backs. Xavier Worthy, Pickens, Ted McMillan can all sub in for wide receiver. Brock Bowers at tight end, obviously a W. DeAndre Swift at running back. Jaden Blue and Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Taking a couple rookie flyers there on the bench, but we have 3 solid, running backs ahead of them, so not much risk there. And then we have Kyle Pitts on the bench as well. Just maybe the 5th year is the charm or whatever year it is. But thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Peace.